everyone. Welcome back to Glad We Talked podcast.
I'm Tori.
I'm Chanel.
And we are back with another episode.
We are back, coming down from the engagement episode.
That was an exciting one.
It really was.
Never something I thought I would record and share live with so many people, but it was fun.
It was fun doing an exclusive.
Yeah, it was. Everyone liked having Mitch and Martin on that one episode.
Yeah.
And it was nice to have, Mitch back, but definitely need to have Martin back now.
I love the dynamic between, you and Mitch. I was going to say between all of us, but between you and Mitch, it's just fun to sit there as a third party. And,
Is it really?
Witness. Yeah, I think it's really cute.
What is our dynamic?
I don't know. You're just funny. I don't know. It's just very back and forth. You guys are just, you're on each other's level, so.
It is curious because, when you go to, or you're talking about someone and they're like, oh, they make a good couple, or you never really know why.
Yeah.
So
I feel like you're honest with him, but in a nice way. You'd be like, I love you, but I just want to, yeah. But you preface it nicely.
Thank you.
Which is kind of what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
But do we have any outstanding episode? What?
What? What was that? Rewind.
Did we have any outstanding items from any of the episodes?
It looks like we had a few from the clothing episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like you have one.
Yes.
About your clothes.
I just want to say, it sounded like I really had my clothing together on that episode, but I really don't. I think you were just having such a meltdown that I was trying to talk you off a ledge a little bit. Mm-hmm. So it maybe sounded like I have my stuff together, but I really, I also don't.
But you look like you do.
Thank you. But as I said on the episode, I outfit repeat a lot. So I just I just wear the same things. But I'm also even today to get ready for the podcast, I was like, what am I wearing?
It's the weird time of year.
Also, yeah, it's the weather. But I just wanted it to be known that I also am having trouble with getting out of this millennial style
situationship with your clothes.
The situationship. I'm like, are these jeans even skinny? I don't know. I can't tell, but I'm gonna wear them anyway. So I'm having a little bit of a, not crisis, I guess, but I'm having a conundrum. I'm like, where do I go from here?
Yeah. Well, you posted on our Instagram stories you wearing those wide leg trousers we talked about and a crop top.
I love those.
And the day before I had worn a very similar outfit. And it's the outfit we said that everyone's wearing.
Yeah.
But it is pretty comfortable.
That's what I wear.
Yeah. So my update from outstanding items is I did go to Madewell and I bought some staple pieces for my capsule wardrobe.
What? You didn't tell me this.
I know.
So the pants you were wearing last week?
Yes. I bought 2 pairs of the Harlow pants from Madewell. They're that wide leg type of pant. And they're kind of high-waisted with some pleats in them.
So you bought them in black?
I bought them in this blackish, it's not black, but it's also not navy. It's a weird color. I don't know. I didn't look at the color on the tag. I bought a pair of them in that color. I bought a pair in a light khaki color.
Oh.
So I bought 2 pairs.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I want to put my feet.
We're so close together now because we're trying to do more video content so people can watch it on YouTube. But we're
we're on top of
really close to each other now. But so I bought those 2 pairs of pants, and I bought a t-shirt top thing. It was just white, casual. And I bought another thing that was on sale that I probably shouldn't have. It was a shirt I was wearing last week. It's more of a crop top.
Oh, that was cute.
It's cute, yeah, but I don't think, it's not capsule worthy.
Okay, so how can you style the pants differently?
Oh, yeah.
That why? Okay.
So I wore the khaki with a white shirt, and I felt very chic, the it girl of the moment, the beige look.
The quiet luxury,
yeah,
if you will.
with my gold jewelry and my new sparkly girlfriend accessory,
nice.
The engagement ring.
Love it.
And then you could style the pants multiple ways, I think, with the a blazer or a button-down shirt or a t-shirt or a tight-fitted crop top or a bodysuit. So I think it'll work for me.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
You need a pant that can fit all types of shirts.
Yes. That's my air conditioning.
Yeah, I was like, what just happened?
Oh my God. So that's how the capsule wardrobe is going.
Good.
And then I also did try to wear my button down off the shoulder.
How'd it go?
I felt like I was trying too hard. It was a hot, cold day where I was like, I'm kind of cold, but I'm kind of warm. And like, I could see where you do it for ventilation, temperature management.
Ventilation.
Yeah. But I didn't feel like great about it. I don't know. I just felt like I was trying to be someone I wasn't.
Okay, so it's not for you then. Verdict is not for Tori.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do like a button down over things, but I don't wear it off the shoulder. I just like wear it as like
Oh yeah, me too, all the
yeah.
time. But like the off the shoulder thing, I have realized that that is the choice. It could be an accessory. We like it. We don't like it. It's everyone's personal preference.
I went through a phase in college where I used to cut all my t-shirts, like my big t-shirts, into off the shoulder t-shirts. So all of
Oh,
my
yes.
old t-shirts from college, like Marist Dance or just like Marist College or like any like bar one that you would get, like
Yeah.
a Bud Light one, it would be off the shoulder.
Yeah.
What
That was a
why?
thing. It was a thing. It was a thing.
They were all cut. So
I
now I
believe
have to
it.
throw all those out because I was like, I don't have any like raggedy old t-shirts because they were all cut. So I threw all those out. But now I have to collect new ones.
I went through a phase in college where you would like cut them up to look like tank tops and stuff, and there were different Etsy. I would go on Pinterest, sorry, not Etsy, Pinterest, and you'd find like different ways to cut up a shirt to make it a tank top and like tie them. Do you remember like tying
Arts
them?
and crafts are shirts, like crop tops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they'd be like tie dyed and stuff. That used to be a thing.
I was never a tie-dye girl. I get it, but it wasn't for me. But yeah, like the cutting up your t-shirts was like a whole.
You're like, no, I just need it off the shoulder. That was
I
a
did.
thing.
I
It
don't
was
know
a phase.
why.
That's when the crop tops were really introduced too. I feel like the first
Yeah.
crop tops were like the t-shirt ones that kind of like flowed over. I don't know.
Yes, and I still have those. So
Me too.
hence, and we just go full circle back to our clothing crisis.
I know. Trends really do repeat themselves.
What else do we have on? That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have just been thinking a lot because you and I have been texting a lot.
As we do.
As we do. But we talk a lot. And I think like it's very interesting how friends talk to each other. And like, do you like that I'm so blunt, or do you prefer like your friend to be more honest and blunt? Like if you were going to get feedback from someone, would you rather them to be like, I don't know how to say this.
Okay. When you say blunt, do you mean like saying it without like prefacing with any like like a compliment sandwich almost, like no compliment sandwich, or are you saying just saying the thing without compliments, like just being like you need to do this, or like
I didn't think about the compliment sandwich.
okay.
Okay, so compliment sandwich.
So that's just like, okay, let's say you're like upset about me not helping out with the podcast, right? Which isn't true.
Very specific. You help all the time.
But let's just be like, listen, I think like you're great on when we're together, and I know that you really try, but I wish that you would just do more social clips, and I wish that you would be more active on Instagram. But like you're doing great, but I just need you to do a little bit more.
Right.
So like you put it in the middle.
Like compliment,
Yeah.
feedback,
Yes.
compliment.
Correct.
Right.
Or
That's my dehumidifier.
or are you saying just like you need to do more on social?
Yeah. Would you rather someone like, or worry about it? Like, would you rather someone like your friend be direct with you and say, hey, you need to do more, compliment sandwich, or just like breeze over it and not address it?
Oh, I see. Okay, so compliment sandwich or not even bring it up
Yeah.
really and be like passive aggressive.
Like, how do you think is the best way to communicate as a friend?
I mean, personally, I don't take feedback well, but I think I would.
Really?
I'm very sensitive.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Okay, thanks. So, and I'm also a perfectionist. So that's two really bad combinations for me. But
Right.
she's self-aware, ladies.
Yeah, I know. She sees it. She sees it.
She knows. So I'm both of those things. So feedback for me is hard, obviously, because I don't like hearing that I did something wrong because, I try really hard not to. So for me, I think I'm going to sit here and say a compliment sandwich because I do want to know if there's something bothering my friend. Whether it's like work related or not, like whether it's something I'm doing in our friendship,
Right.
I think I would want a compliment sandwich. I'd rather you tell me than talk behind my back
Yeah.
or pass over it passive aggressively. Like I definitely would rather know, because you ever have that feeling where like you're in a room with someone and you feel like if you left, they'd talk about you,
Oh, that's the worst.
right?
And you know it too. And
Yeah.
that's where a lot of my social anxiety comes from. I'm like, what are they going to say about me when I leave?
Right. Which is not healthy. Like you shouldn't surround yourself with people like that. But that's
can't help it
almost
sometimes.
right. But that's almost like what happens if you don't tell your friend, I think, how you're feeling about something. It creates this like weird tension where the other person kind of knows, because you're probably not being yourself if there's something bothering you.
True.
So you're probably acting a little weird, and then your friend's now in the room with you and they feel the tension, and it's just like vibes are
I hate
off.
that feeling when the vibes are off.
Vibes are off.
I hate that feeling because you know, and you're like, can we just? But that's what I mean. Like, I think that people should be able to be like, hey, vibes are off. What's going on? And I feel like so many people don't do that because they're afraid of bringing up issues, and then you end up in a bigger problem or like more tension instead of just nipping it in the bud.
I agree, because even as someone who's like very sensitive, like obviously I'm going to be upset when it's first brought up, but I think in the long term it's helpful for your friendship, because at the end of the day, like you were honest, and this is just how the person feels. And as much as like maybe you might be upset for like a day or two, I think long term for your friendship, you're like, for me, I'll be like, I realize like they're just being honest, and I can appreciate that.
I don't know if I compliment sandwich you though.
Well, what do you think? Like, how do you? Because so you're a blunt person.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had that many issues where you've come out and said something I'm doing wrong, like bluntly. But like, what about you? Like, if as a blunt person, do you prefer someone being blunt, or do you need a compliment sandwich, or do you not want to talk about it?
I feel like I don't like a compliment sandwich as much. It's difficult. I think it depends also on who it's coming from. So I think some people should try a compliment sandwich because it could be too direct, and it depends on the relationship, like if it's family or if it's friends. And I think it all depends on your relationship. But other times I'm just like, just tell me what I'm doing wrong so I can fix it. I don't know.
Are you like that in all areas, like work, friendship, relationship?
I'm
or...
not thinking so much about friendship because I really don't have those communication problems in my friendship. No.
Why do you think that is? Because you're honest?
No, because I don't have too many friends.
But you do have friends.
I do have friends, but I just don't think I have a lot of feedback from my friends other than you. And it's like in a work
kind of,
Yeah.
a work vibes.
I've noticed that it's been really interesting, and like for people that haven't worked with their friends, like we were work friends first, so we knew how each other worked, and now I think we were more friends before we did the podcast because we stopped working together, and now it's like picking up old habits where we know how each other works. And since we're close friends, we're able to be very direct with each other. So sometimes I just send you things and I forget that you are a sensitive person. But that's when I add an exclamation point.
Yeah. I think, yes. No, honestly, an exclamation point for me goes a really long way.
Oh, sometimes I won't lie. Sometimes I send something and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot the exclamation
Yeah.
point. So I'm like, send it after.
As you should. You do that a lot, actually.
You'll be like, it's like, okay.
KK, exclamation point.
Yeah.
I need it. Yeah, I think our friendship is unique in that way, though.
Yeah.
So it's hard to like use that as like a
I know.
a normal friendship, and also like,
how do you talk to your other friends? I don't know. I just know your relationship with me, but
Yeah.
you're a more social person than I am. So I just wonder how you communicate with other people.
I mean, the same.
Are they as sensitive as I am to how you need to hear feedback or need to be?
Well, they don't give me a lot of feedback.
Oh,
but like,
but
you
I mean, they're
said,
not telling you what to post on social media either.
Yeah, like you said, like I don't know, like unless there's like an issue, like I mean, I've had friends like if I did something wrong, like just send me like a text and be like, "This bothered me." But I'd rather that, and then we talked about it and we got through it.
Do you ever get annoyed by friends? Just like it's like a quick annoyance. You're just like, ugh, oh, it's me. You do get annoyed with me.
I don't get annoyed with you. I get annoyed with your time management.
Fair.
But you know that because I
know.
tell you.
Yeah.
Anything I'm annoyed with you about, I have the most honest relationship with you, I think, out of all my friends, and I think it's because we have to.
Yeah.
Because we have this, we can't come on this and have any tension.
That's
you know what I
true.
mean?
Because then people would know.
Yeah. So I feel like anything we have to talk about. Like there was a time where we did have a little speed bump, and we sat on the phone for like an hour and we talked about it.
Oh, yeah. That was when I was in the old apartment.
Do you find it easy to say what you're feeling? Like, because you are so blunt, does it come so easy to you to just say how you feel? Because for me, like, in order to bring up how I feel about something, I literally have to like mentally prepare. I have to write it down. I have to like bullet point it. I have to, if I'm in a text, I have to draft it first. Like, it takes me a while to say how I feel. Do you not get any of that? Do you just say it? Like, you don't get anxiety about it?
I think I used to get anxiety about it, and then I try to come from a place, and this sometimes it's really hard for me because I think that everyone will understand where I'm coming from, and they will realize it's not out of like a place where I'm trying to be mean or disrespectful or anything. It's like I just want to clear the air and just be honest. So I do that, and it's also delivery, so I try to just be honest and as like direct as I can, but like I do try to make sure I'm not hurting anyone's feelings.
Do you think about, like, let's say something bothers you in the moment? Do you always say it in the moment, or do you like sleep on it or take it back, think
I don't
about
say
it?
it's not like I say everything on my mind. Like,
Yeah.
like I do internalize things and just be like, oh my God, like and I
Yeah.
deal with it in my head. But if it's something that's really bothering me, I think I'll take a minute and then address it later. Like probably when we had that heart to heart about the podcast and stuff. Like I think you were more I didn't you were preparing to talk to me and I wasn't really prepared as you were because I didn't think there was anything going on. I was just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay." And that way I was ready to have that conversation, but I do think like if I have to have a meaningful conversation, I'll think about what I'm saying first. But if it's like something where I'm like it's not going to be that big of a deal, I'll just say it.
That's true. I guess, like, for conversations like that, if someone, especially on the phone, like if someone is like, "Oh, can we talk really quick?" and then we hop on the phone, and then this person just basically, like what I did, I told you my list of items that were bothering me or that were on my mind. You're not prepared for that, but I fully prepared for it, and I wrote down things. So that's hard because it's like now you don't have the time that you need to mentally prepare and think thoughtfully about what you're going to say. So in that moment, you're just going to say what comes to mind.
Yeah.
Which you did a good job. You did great.
Thank you.
You're not like, I mean, I'm telling you now how you're keeping, but like you're not like I feel like when you think of blunt, you think of someone who doesn't think
You
about
think
what they
someone
say,
Yeah, that
right?
just is a fire hydrant that just like blurred, like sprays it all out. You're just
Yeah.
like,
I don't think you're like that.
no, I think my delivery is just blunt. It's not sugar coated.
Okay. Yes.
And I don't really have, I don't know. I think that there's a fine line of sugar coating and just like how you deliver something normally. Like,
Yeah.
I think sometimes if you sugarcoat something too much, you don't get the meaning doesn't get across. It's not as, sure, it's more digestible, but it's not actually going to do anything. It's like you avoided the completely.
Have you ever seen, I don't know if it's a meme or if it's a movie, How to Be Single, I think it was,
Maybe.
with Dakota
Did you
Johnson.
say I don't know if it's a meme or a movie?
Yes. I can't remember if it might be both, but
I don't. That's like the first time I've ever been like, I don't know if it's a meme or a movie. Like one is long form content, like literally like minimum hour and
No.
30 minutes, and the other one is like, it's not
no,
even
it was
30
a
seconds on the
part-
brain.
It was a part in the movie or it was a meme or it was both. But there's a part where the guy,
This is where we are in society.
who's the main guy in that movie.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a meme or a movie or both, and I
have you
haven't
never
seen it.
How to Be Single? Have you never seen that?
Who's in it?
Dakota Johnson. How to
Maybe.
Rebel Wilson.
No.
Leslie Mann. The guy, Anders Holm.
Nope.
Okay, you know him.
No.
You don't know him? You know
Oh,
him.
I know him, but I don't know him.
Okay, well, so he's in the movie, right? And there's a part where
This is the real episode. I'm just kidding.
there's a part in it where where he's trying to show this girl how to be single. Basically, that's the movie.
Okay.
And he's telling her that girls only hear what they want to hear. And he's like, watch, listen. And he like goes up to a girl and he tries to break up with her. But he like compliment sandwiches her. He's like, you're so great. I love spending time with you. I don't think it's going to work out, but like maybe we can be friends. She's like, oh my God, I love that you want to try with me. Cause like she only heard what she wanted to hear.
Right.
So I feel like sometimes with sugarcoating, it can be like that. It's like you only hear what you want. So I heard you're telling me I'm great at the podcast. I'm doing amazing. I did not hear I need to be better at social. So I guess I understand. Like sometimes it can get a little bit lost.
Yeah.
So the bread of the sandwich needs to maybe be like flatbread.
You need to have a pretty good, like you need a hearty roll.
Oh yeah, you need hearty middle.
The middle needs to be, or okay, so your rolls can be great. They can be really nice and sweet and fluffy and whatever, but the meat of the sandwich or whatever filling of choice needs to get you through the day. Like you need to get that substance. Yeah.
You need to be full.
You need to be full. You need it to be full, complete. You know what's there.
Yeah.
You know.
You
there's nothing wrong with giving compliments. Like my therapist told me about the compliment sandwich too, and not advice for me, but
oh no, yeah, I definitely didn't make it up. I've heard that.
Yeah,
so often.
No, and they're like, there are people that I think could benefit from doing compliment sandwiches, you know, and it's like I think I take things a little bit more personally. For example, the podcast, like when I'm getting feedback about this, because it's like our creative thing, it's like what you and I put energy into. I do think about it and I'm like, I care about this so much that like I do think I need that compliment sandwich to be like, listen, podcast, love outstanding items. Maybe you shouldn't talk so much when you drink wine.
I love that that's top of mind for you right now.
Your TikToks are killing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I could do that a little bit, and then it's like, okay, well I heard you, you know.
So you feel like that in your friendships too, or just things you think you're spending a lot of your energy on?
What I'm spending a lot of my energy on.
Okay.
And I don't know if that means I'm not spending a lot of energy on friendships.
No, I don't think that means that, but I feel like 56% of your brain, just a little more than half, is spent on the podcast. So I feel like
just a little bit more.
Yeah. So I feel like it's a big part of you're like who you are these days.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Who I am these days. Who are you these days?
I'm just saying, like, I feel like it takes up a lot of your brain space, a lot of your energy. This is something you think about every single day. You work on every day.
I don't think people realize
that you go to dinner with once a week. You know?
Sips wine. I don't think people realize how much time and effort actually goes into this.
Yeah.
You know, and I think like, and I'm not saying people are so supportive. That's what I really like. But this episode isn't about the podcast. It's about like friends and feedback and communication styles. But I do want to just say like, I'm really appreciative of the support and the feedback we get about the podcast because it helps direct us. Like we're learning how to do this. And just when people talk to us about it, even if it's a compliment sandwich or it's not, like it gives us kind of a pulse on what we need to do and where we want to take it.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
That was so nice.
Thanks. I try. That's my feedback on feedback.
Yeah. I guess in like friendships though, like I think at the end of the day, like I just appreciate the honesty. I think
Me too.
But I do need like a little bit of
What about your relationship?
Buffer. Same.
I
think I need it in all aspects of my life.
You need a compliment sandwich all the time.
Yeah, she's a sensitive butterfly.
She's hungry. She's ego's hungry. She needs it. Yeah. I think Mitch and I just like are so direct with each other. Like we're just like feedback.
Really?
Maybe I am.
Mitch is like, I don't know about that.
Sometimes I know when it's going to be feedback that maybe he's not ready for. I will do a compliment sandwich.
You did it last week.
Oh, I did.
You were like, I love you, but stand up straight. That was just the top half of a sandwich, but.
Well, I also know that like something will bother. If something's going to bother someone, I'm like, listen, I'm going to give you this feedback. Yeah. I know it's going to bother you. Oh, it's like that TikTok we did.
That's actually funny because have you ever taken, this happens to me a lot, but have you ever taken a photo, your friend takes a photo of you and they're like, you're not going to like that.
Yeah.
That's like a nice way of saying you don't look good. Like you're not going to like it. Have you ever gotten that? No? Okay, so just me. So like if a friend takes a photo of me and they'll be like, oh, you're not going to like that. It's like my arm looks larger than they know I'll like, or like it's a bad angle of me or something, or my hair is out of place or something. Instead of being like, oh, you don't look good, they'll be like, oh, you're not going to like it.
Oh, it's like gaslighting. Yeah. It's not me saying I don't like it. It's you saying it's my understanding of who you are.
And then you look at it and you're just like, I kind of like it.
Oh, really?
No, just kidding.
But like you've said things where I don't pay attention when I'm clipping things or cropping or whatever.
Yeah.
And you'll say like, oh, I hate that. And I'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, I didn't notice.
But that's nice. That's like, you don't notice my flaws.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just like, but your eye makeup looks so pretty.
Well, yeah. Then there's some times where like friends will see you differently. They'll be like,
Yeah.
I think you look great. And you're like, oh, I hate that photo of me.
Yeah.
But I'm talking specifically about like
Oh.
if you take a bad photo and a friend's like, oh, you wouldn't like that. I feel like it's just a different way of saying like you don't look good, but they're trying to make
said
it
it before.
It's like you won't like it.
I've said it before.
Yeah.
But I say it knowing like from a place of like, I think I know you so well. I guess
Yeah.
it's my ego being like, I know you so well that I know you're not going to like this.
Yeah.
But if you like it, then
Then I'm so sorry.
ooh.
But that was like what you were saying to Mitch.
Yeah.
It's like stand up straight because I know
You're not
gonna
gonna
like an angle.
Yeah.
But basically you were saying this angle's not good.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Right? There's like weird ways to like spin things too sometimes where it's just like not even a compliment sandwich, you're just saying it differently. Instead of saying you don't look good in this angle, switch it. You're
Yeah.
saying you're saying sit up straight, I love you.
I do think there's like a closeness factor though.
What
Like
do you
some
mean?
friends I wouldn't say that. Like, I wouldn't
Right,
feel like
right.
you're not gonna like it.
Right.
But like to you I probably would.
Yeah. It's like how close are you to your friend that you would say something?
That's a good test. Would you tell your friend you're not gonna like their picture? Like that they wouldn't like the picture of them, or would you
Well,
just take it? I don't know.
If you have like a random person at a wedding take a photo of
I
you know
hate-
you and your person or whatever, and you're standing there, you take the photo, and they take it, and then you get it, and you're like, this is terrible. Why would they think that this is good? That's more annoying than you're not gonna like this.
I have such a hard time when people take pictures of me
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like I get the angles. I'm like, oh, let me make sure that everyone's gonna like it. And then people take pictures of me and I'm like, what?
Have you ever spoken to Martin about this?
Yes,
Okay.
I have. And I feel like,
He literally has the same thoughts.
yeah, it's like I set up the perfect shot. And
Yeah.
there's actually a thing about it. And I can't remember what
I
it
also
was.
take like angles. I take like 7 to 10 photos of you. I
Yeah.
give you options. Like you want high, you want low, you want from the side, you want from the left side, you want front and center, you want close up. I'm doing it all.
Yeah,
People will take 2 photos. 2. 1.
I know.
1. Diabolical.
And it's like up
Sociopath.
So your chin is like,
yeah.
oh,
Imagine
the
you
worst
ask someone to
angle.
take photos of you and they take 1.
I can't.
That would be insane behavior.
It happens.
That's crazy.
It happens. No, there's like I don't know where I heard this, probably TikTok, but
Probably.
there's like a thing where it's like you have an idea in your head and you can't relay it to someone else. It's just artistically, and I go with this all the
Yeah.
time with my mom. It's like I have this vision in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna laugh, but like I had this vision of when we were in London taking a picture of outside like a phone booth, and like you can see Big Ben in the background, and like
cute.
layering it perfectly, and like she just had to get down a little bit, and she took the picture and it was just not it, and I was like, this isn't what I want.
When you do that, do you have her stand in the same spot and like show her exactly what you want?
I didn't.
Maybe try that. Like take a photo of her
This
how
was
you
like
want
in
it.
2017.
Oh.
It's just like, yeah, it
Things
just
have changed since then.
have they? I don't know, but
But like you should be like, okay, stand there. I'm gonna take it. This is exactly what I want.
I know.
Martin had to do that with me a couple times because he's so specific, like you, of what he wants. So I would take photos. I'm like, wow, I crushed it. It's so good. And then I would show him and be like, this is terrible. So he would take one of me and be like, this is what I want. Like I want
Oh,
this
smart.
building, this sky, this much floor.
Yeah.
And then I would try and recreate it.
Sounds like Martin and I should just go on vacation
take
together and
pictures of
take
each other.
pictures. We'll be like, yeah, we just need to go on like group trips. Martin and I will take pictures of
Yeah.
everyone. It'll be
Yeah.
perfect.
You'll have each other to take photos of each other.
Yeah. And this is just making me think of like how communicating with moms, but that's a whole other episode.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I love you, mom. But
Love you, Mom, but this is not the episode.
sometimes we say that we like are communicating, but like having two separate conversations.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm. You think you're getting your point across, but really you're just talking into the abyss.
Both of us.
Yeah.
Well, we will literally have two different conversations going sometimes. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she'll be like, this is what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? And I'm like, that's not what I was talking about. Like,
That's wild.
I know.
But communicating with your mom is like a whole nother level because like you can't I was
They're
gonna say
like,
you
"You're-"
can't talk to your mom the way you talk to other people, but like I feel like I'm more careful with my mom than anybody. Because I mean, she's sensitive like me, but I also feel like she's my mom. I don't want to like
Yeah.
disrespect her in any way. So I'm always like,
It's hard.
it is hard.
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how that's what I mean. Like, it's like
Yeah.
everyone has their own relationship with their moms. And like on some level, like your mom is one of your best friends.
Yeah.
It's so hard, you know.
So what do you think makes like how should you effectively communicate with your friend? Like
I try the
in your
compliment sandwich.
opinion, yeah.
I think you can try the compliment sandwich if you have a delicate flower like Chanel. Or if you're like able to have direct conversation and just be like, hey, want to talk about this? I feel like that's a guy approach.
If someone asks you like, do I look good in this outfit? And you don't think they do, would you tell them?
Wow. I would tell them, well, I would compliment sandwich them in that situation. I would find something because that's, again, something like personal.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be like,
Especially if they can't change.
oh crap, you're adding levels to this game. I thought I'm like picturing someone with a full wardrobe behind them. And you're like, no, they can't change now. Nope.
This is a personal question because this happened to me recently. I was like wearing
really?
something that I didn't love, and then I was like asking my friends, and I feel like they complimented sandwich me a little bit.
Oh no.
Well, they're like, your boobs look really good. Which is fine. Like I didn't love it on me either, so it's fine. But it was just funny. So that's really why I was asking because I'm like, what do you do in that situation? Like if someone asked me, I'd be like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
It depends on the situation. If they can't change anything about it, I would probably compliment sandwich them, being like, listen,
your boobs look great. Your butt looks good. It's a nice color on you. I like the gold.
but overall, it's not it.
No, you don't need to say that part, right?
No, on a compliment sandwich, you do.
You would?
The point of a compliment sandwich is
Okay, maybe just compliment the good things then.
okay. So you just don't even want the feedback.
No, if it's something I can change, if it's something I can change.
Do you want me to level with you and understand you and be like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, or do you not want me? Do you want me to pretend and sugarcoat like everything's okay?
I think I understand what you're saying, but I think it looks great. I think it looks good. Or compliment the things that you do think look good. Only if the person
That's
can't-
sugarcoating to me.
But if someone can't change something, what's the point of telling them and making them feel bad about themselves? Because someone needs a confidence boost, and you're being a good friend.
Okay, if you ask my opinion, I'm going to give you my opinion.
See, this is where we differ. This right here.
So it only takes about 30 minutes to get to it.
I'm like, I feel like we're doing so well with the communication style. Okay, this is my thought process. It's just if someone, not even just the outfit thing, but if someone can change something, like our conversation about the podcast.
Yeah.
We can change those things.
Right.
Our conversation about like an outfit if you're trying on in a dressing room.
Right.
Don't like that dress because you don't have to buy it.
Right.
If someone is already standing there in their outfit ready to go, there's no point in making them feel bad.
But then why are they asking?
Because they need a confidence boost. And as your
Boost your own confidence. Be
no,
like, this is it.
Ner. Do you not agree? Like, do you never need
I
like,
bring
a little
enough
bit of
options so I will feel comfortable. I don't bring one option.
Wow, okay, she told me.
Sorry. Was that too much feedback for you? Did
Yeah,
I
it was.
not compliment sandwich you enough?
I'm gonna go now.
Okay, so next time, I think it's really great that you went to this wedding. But next time, bring 2 dresses. But your boobs look great.
It's terrible. So bad.
The compliment sandwich went poorly. I think you don't want the compliment sandwich. You just
No, I
want,
do.
You want the bread.
I do love bread.
But you don't want the sustenance.
I love a good carb.
Yeah, you want the carbs. You're all about the carbs.
Okay, so let's say you have 2 options.
Okay.
You're there.
At this event.
You have 2 options, and your friend is like, I don't really like either.
Okay.
And you asked my opinion, and I said, I don't really like either. What would you do?
I could,
Wouldn't you be like a little upset?
no, I'd be like, well, this is it.
Okay, I need confidence and reassurance.
I know.
To be fair, like, I think it was a dress that like some people hated, some people liked because I did get other
Yeah.
compliments. So I think it just depends.
It's
on
always
style.
hard.
It's personal preference.
Honestly, I'm so nervous about like dress shopping for a wedding dress.
Really?
For this reason.
No, but that's like something that's so personal. Like that's just what you like want, what you envision. when you try it on, you're like, this is it. It should not be
Yeah.
about like style at all, you know?
I know, but people will have opinions and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. But
I
like no
think it's
matter
hard.
what, like I just feel like brides always look stunning. I've never
That's
gone to a
true.
wedding and been like, wow, she did not look good. Every wedding I've been to, like every single person has looked
Yeah,
stunning.
that's true.
You know,
You always look
so
pretty.
yeah, like it's gonna be your special day. You're gonna be glowing. You're gonna be happy. Like,
I just have I have a hard time making decisions. So I think that's why I like bring so many options and whatever.
okay,
Because
so by the way, your wedding dress, you only have one
I
option.
know. So that I'm really nervous about that. I'm going to be like, because I will be the person that's like, I guess I'll do this one and then I'll be thinking about the other one. But
Well, do you like opinions? Because you can bring more than one person with you, maybe to go dress shopping, so that you have like, if you feel like five people said they liked it, then you feel like that was the majority.
yeah, I honestly wish I could go on and say yes to the dress.
Ooh, how do we do
Like
that?
back in the day at Kleinfeld's.
Does that not exist anymore?
I
That
don't
show?
know. That's an outstanding item.
That show? That
Talk
store?
about feedback
What?
on say yes to the dress.
You got feedback?
No, remember that was all about feedback. It would be
Oh
like,
yeah.
my mom hates it, but my best friend loves it, and
Yeah.
like the brides would be crying in the dressing room. Like, what?
I know that was such a good show. Why was it
Drama.
so good to just watch people try on dresses?
Because their budgets were insane. It was like, I have $100,000 to
Yeah.
spend on my dream wedding dress.
And then there would be like someone who came in like, I have $2,000 to be like, loser. And I'm like, wait, I don't even have $2,000 to spend on a dress.
they're like minimum $20,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? That like who? How? When?
I know. That's like the price of a wedding.
It's insane.
And there would be like those famous designers like Panina Tornay.
Yeah.
She would like show up.
Oh my God, I know. What a show.
I know, it was so good. Okay, so all in all, you think as long as the honesty is there, you're more of like the
I'm used to getting feedback, I think.
yeah.
And just opinions, and I like to know people's opinions. I think it helps me make better decisions when I can soundboard off people.
So I just feel like, do you have so much confidence in yourself?
No.
Okay, I didn't even finish. So how do you take feedback so well? I feel
know.
like that's
I
such
don't
a
know if I
confidence. You have to be
do.
so sure in yourself.
It depends on the situation. Like, I think we're all sensitive people at the end of the day, but like, it depends on where you're getting the feedback. Is it work feedback? Is it relationship feedback? Is it friendship feedback? Is
In
it
friendships.
in friendships? I think it's just like I know that at the end of the day, if you're going to give me this feedback, you're either going to stay being my friend or you're not. Which kind of goes back to our friendship breakup episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm dealing with like a friend right now who they're just like not really making that much of an effort. And even like last week, we were supposed to get lunch and we didn't. And I'm like, and Martin was like, does that not bother you? Like, how are you feeling about it? Like, you know, like what's next steps here? And I'm
Right.
just like, I don't know. I've kind of just accepted like this is who this person is. I've learned to not expect more from that friendship. I've kind of just come to terms with like maybe this is just where we're at right now. They put an effort with texting and reaching out. So I'm like, if that's where the effort is, that's where the effort is. But I'm not gonna like even when I made plans with them, I was like, we'll see if they continue with these plans.
Have you given them any feedback?
No.
Do you think you need to? Or do you want to?
I think like I've definitely jokingly said things, but I'm just, as we've talked about throughout this episode, I'm not like the greatest at like saying things because I feel like I don't like conflict with my friends. Like I
Noted.
can bring up like things to a stranger. I can see someone cutting a line and say something. I can start
Air
conflict.
Canada.
Yeah. I can start conflict. But with my friends, people I care about, I don't
Yeah.
like bickering. I don't like conflict. Like it makes me uncomfortable. So just like bringing something up is just like a lot. So I don't know. I feel like maybe I could say something, but to me, it's like not bothering me that much. So for right now, I'm just like letting it be what it is.
Good. It sounds like you're okay with where things are.
Yeah.
You don't want to cut them out of your life.
Right, I
You're
don't.
happy to have them part of your life, but you're not like, it is what it is. Like you
Exactly.
have friends like that where it's like you try to get together, it doesn't happen, whatever. It's
Yeah.
just, that doesn't mean you're not going to be friends with them. It's just what it is for now. And like you said, they're making effort texting or calling or staying tapped in on social media.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they can give right now.
Yeah, exactly. like why bring up feedback and conflict if it's like not necessary too. So it's just like I think definitely choose your battles. You don't want to be like the friend who's like constantly bringing something up or picking something
Totally.
with a friend, being like, you did this. I feel like if that's the case, like, why are you friends with me kind of thing.
Yeah.
So there is definitely a line, and I'm not saying you don't do that at all. I'm
I
just,
didn't think so. I
no.
wasn't taking it
Okay.
personally at all.
I'm like, you didn't do that. You're like, what?
I know. I was like, didn't think so. Did I?
But I also don't, it's either like you accept some things about someone
Yeah.
and you are like, this is who they are and don't expect more, or you bring it up once or twice and you let things be what they are if you're going to have that person in your life.
Right. At the end of the day, you have to be able to communicate with your friends. I think it's totally fine to voice your concerns or give feedback, serve some compliment sandwiches, you know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, I think it's important to any friendship.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I blunt is different. I will
Yeah.
say, like, sometimes I'm blunt and I've learned to soften that.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be as sharp. I don't think I'm sharp, but then being your friend has really taught me that I
Is it just
was.
me that has said that?
Yeah. I think other people just accept it. Okay. Like, that's just Tori.
Yeah. But we do
But
have
we're
a
so
very
opposites.
unusual, we are opposites, and we do have a very unusual friendship where I told you, like, it's not like my other friendships where we're very honest with each other.
Did you hear that, other friends? I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying, like, I think because we're so opposite,
No, I know.
we have to be honest with each other.
Yeah.
And it didn't start out like that. When we were first friends, if you would say something, I didn't immediately say that bothered me.
No.
It kind of took a while to get there.
You're like, it just kept bothering me.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, listen, you're beautiful, but I don't appreciate you being that blunt. And your hair looks really pretty. And I'm just like, so you think I'm really pretty?
Yeah. That's exactly how it went. Wow. How did you remember that?
I don't know. I just think of like the top hits from Chanel. I'm like, what's happening with my appearance? No, I'm kidding. But
I mean, I think it just took a while. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like immediately like you said something and I was like, I don't like that you said that.
No,
like,
I
it
know.
took a while for us to get to where we are.
Yeah.
So
Patience.
I think we had to like feel each other out, see what like
It was a lot.
we've had like coffee dates, drink dates, sat down in like conference rooms and like talked about our friendship to get to this point.
A lot. I think more than I even did with Mitch. Like, I feel like honestly, I put more relationship advice or more like relationship work into communicating with you than.
I'm going to take that as a compliment. It means you really care about our friendship.
I do. I do. Well, you showed me that there was an area I needed to work on.
But I'm the only one who told you this, apparently. So maybe you don't need to work on it.
But I cared about the feedback. I mean, my parents did too.
Okay, that's
For like
that's a
30
major
years.
thing you left out until right now. You're getting this whole time. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this. You're like, also my parents.
Also, my parents.
Also the two people who know me best.
Oh God. Well, I hope we gave some people some tools on how to communicate.
Probably not, but we definitely shared our experiences.
But maybe someone learned about a communication sandwich.
Compliment sandwich?
Communication sandwich.
Communicate.
Yeah, compliment sandwich.
Yeah. I think if it's bothering you enough and there's something on your mind,
Yeah.
definitely say something.
If you see something, say something.
Yeah. But if it's not affecting you and you can go about your life without saying something, I don't think it's necessary to say anything.
Agreed.
Yeah?
Yeah. High five.
Look at us. You're like,
Wow.
you like thought about it. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, can I add anything? No. Nailed it. Nailed it. Well,
This has been lovely.
this has been lovely.
Anyway, where can people find us?
You can find us on TikTok and Instagram at Glad We Talked Podcast. And you can email us. What?
YouTube.
Oh, yeah. And YouTube. Okay. You can watch us on YouTube. Guys, we are taking this video content so seriously. You can watch us on YouTube if you are wondering, like, what our dynamic is.
Just
IRL.
like to look in each other's eyes.
I know. I do feel kind of funny. It's like there's the third person in the room. It's the camera. And I'm like, do I look at it?
We're like Jim from The Office.
I know. Deadpan. It's like Chanel's over
What's
here.
our YouTube?
It's at Glad We Talk Podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to search YouTube. Is that like so old of me?
Yes. I'm looking at the camera right now. I'm doing the gym. When she's like, I don't know how to search YouTube.
Oh, you're like,
Yeah.
I just thought it was like a search
It is a
type
search
of
engine.
Google thing.
It is. Just do
Okay.
Glad We Talked podcast. You can subscribe to us.
Mm-hmm.
We have some viewers there. They like to watch us.
Sounds
So
creepy for a weird
weird.
reason. They like to watch us.
This is getting derailed.
Yeah.
All right, Chanel.
All right. Well, glad we talked.
But you don't have anything to add to wrap this up?
Oh, you know what? I do have something to add. I'm going to be honest with our friends right now.
Oh, boy.
Guys, rate and review us on Apple and Spotify
And YouTube.
and YouTube. And also comment on our stuff.
Yeah. If you follow us, we love when you guys engage and comment. We want to talk to you.
Yeah.
We don't want this to be a one-sided thing.
Yeah. That'd be so like annoying.
I
If it
know.
was just like us talking at you guys.
Well, I mean, it pretty much is. But when we are on social media, we get to interact with you. You guys
Yeah.
can comment. We love when people are in the DMs. We were having a conversation with one person. They were like, wait, am I being double teamed right now by
Oh
Tori
my God, that
Chanel?
was so fun. Yeah, I honestly shout out to Olivia because she is such a good supporter of the podcast. She's like always commenting and like
I know.
she DM'd us, and then we were both on the Instagram and we were both answering her separately. And then like I said something and you're like, Chanel, no. And she was like, wait, are you guys both talking to me right now? I love this.
I know. So maybe you'll get lucky and
Yeah.
we'll both be in the chat with you.
Both responding. Okay, anyway. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye. I hope it was good.
That was good.
Okay.
It's the wine talking.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was great.
I feel like that was rogue.